It's a very early morning in oh wow, you set the translating as well, right? Really good, huh? Okay. And it's early morning in US, and we're on committed here today. So I feel really grateful for all of you, including our Vietnamese friends and our Indian new faces, new friends, and I really appreciate your time, all of you. So let me introduce myself as I am an MC and hosting the meeting tonight. So my name is Thảo Lê, and I'm 47 years old. I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, together with my husband and two children. They are already tall. And I knew Nuskin 12 years ago in 2012 when I worked for American Investment Fund. And since I know Nuskin before opening the market, like you are right now with the Indian market. So you are ahead around 12 months before opening up the Indian market. And I also knew Nuskin before opening up Vietnam 2012. And luckily that day I was introduced by an American chief investment officer. He worked for our fund, for Indochina Capital. It's American Investment Fund that time. And he connected me to my mentors from US. And three of them is my big mentor is Nathan Risk, Kenton Washington, and Mr. Troy Hoser. And today, I think all of you know that we will make one of them, Mr. Troy Hoser. So let me grab a little bit about my journey. So after that, I fly to Eastern Europe and learn the system with Kenton and the founders. And I came back opening up the market, and I committed to open together with the other leaders in Vietnam. 2 years later, my husband joined me at the full time. And right now we have a 12-year committed. My husband have a 10-year. So he will share a little bit later because he left Petronas as oil and gas company. And we have a wonderful journey with Nuskin within 12 years raising the children, going around the world and then exploring the countries together with our children. I really love this. But today is not my show. I feel grateful that I have a really I became one of the top leaders in Vietnam, and I really appreciate the man who will comment to us later in few seconds as Mr. Troy Hoser, one of my mentor. And the day when he committed to Vietnam market, he came to Vietnam, not like us today. We have many tools and many means of communication. That day, he didn't have anything. So he flight from America to Vietnam and spent time here, committed to train us to become the master. And today, he will be with us. I know he already retired and living the beautiful life with his 3 children and his wife in US. However, he's very humble and always support everyone. So when I asked him to support us, sharing his story and also share with us how we can build the market, the new market to open India, and he right away agreed. So I feel really thankful for Mr. Troy Hoser, so one of my biggest mentor here. I hope you can open the camera soon, and Troy. Today is yeah, wonderful. So I always feel grateful because I'm Troy not just as my mentor, but he's our brother for a long time, like in the family, counseling for us, not just only in the business, but also in the family life. Anything we ask for the support or counseling or advice. So today we are so happy to have Troy back to us, and he just committed to build Indian market together with us. That is great news. And yeah, I let Troy share more about his journey before Nuskin and also what he saw about opening the market. And he will give we will all of you some update about opening as well. But I'm for sure that and Troy, I feel always thankful because he was so successful before Nu Skin as in the industries of real estate and insurance. But he's really committed. That's why we have the big market shares of Vietnam right now. And thank you so much, and Troy, for your help, for your support, for your advice, for your teaching all of us. And I do hope you will extend the support to our Indian friends. I know many of them also really willing to learn, even they are successful in some other industry, but that they are humble and willing to learn, like what I did before. So I'm so grateful to all of you. So I would like to bring here and Troy Hoser will share your story and also any good thing, anything you saw about the opportunity for Indian market, please. Thank you, and Troy.
Thank you, Tao. You are amazing. I have to correct though something you said. A couple things. I'm going to correct you. First is you said it's not your show, but it is your show. It's always the Tao Lei show. That's what people are here for. They're not here for me. They want to hear from you. So that's the first correction. It is the Tao show. We're so grateful for everything you've done, Tao. You're amazing. I love and appreciate our friendship between us and, of course, like you said, our families. It's one of the greatest blessings, right, of this business is the people we get to meet and the friendships we make, right? Like we didn't know each other, 12 years ago, and through in Vietnamese, Yuying, right? I don't know in Indian how you say that, or in English how you say that, but it was Yuying that we met, and it's amazing. And I love you and your family. So it is your show. I'm just here to help. I'm like a supporting character in your movie. It's you. It's about you. You're the star. You're the superstar, and I'm just hopefully I can be a supporting actor or character in this. So, and I'm always here. I'm to help. You know that. I'm glad you asked. I love to support. My friends around the world. So, hello, wherever you guys are at. Yep, I know it's a morning here in the U.S., night in Vietnam. I don't know if, and I'm sure there's people around on this call from around the world. So wherever you're at, thanks for being on. Thanks for your time. I hope this is the next 3 minutes will be valuable to you. I'm kidding, Tao, not 3 minutes. It may be longer than 3 minutes. Today, she says, or yesterday we're talking, she said, you go 30 or 40 minutes. I said, no, we don't need that much. If you were talking, people want to hear from you for 30 or 40 minutes. For me, 3 or 4 minutes is good. And I'm going to, at some point, maybe I need to go say happy birthday to my son. It's my middle son, Enzo. It's his birthday today. And so when he wakes up and before he goes to school, I need to go say happy birthday to him. So we're going to do that. I used to be so worried when I was first in this business about trying to be professional, right? Like if my kids would come into like my office, or I said, "Oh, be quiet, shh, I'm on a call. Like, don't say anything," right? Like trying to act like we're like, I don't know. I thought it was more professional, but I realized, the great thing about this business, we are professional and we attract a lot of professional people, but today's professional is different than years ago, right? Like we do that. Look at this. We are all sitting probably in our homes, right? I'm in my home and we're talking with people from around the world. We don't have to wear a suit. I almost wore, in Tao would have probably been mad if I was in my workout gear, right? But it'd be okay too. Like that's what this business is about, is providing a different lifestyle, providing time freedom, financial freedom. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but it's not going to an office. We don't have to wear a suit and tie and we can wear whatever we want and do what we want and create an incredible income and help other people. So the professional today is different from what it was years ago. And however I know there's people that are in this business, however you're choosing to do it is great, right? We have a system to follow, of course, and we'll hear about that later. And we need to have integrity, do it correctly, have integrity and work hard, do the right thing. But if you choose to do this in your pajamas from your home, or if you want to wear a suit and tie, whatever, however you're comfortable is great, is okay, right? We attract many different types of people, and there's not just one right way to do it. Well, the right way is with integrity and hard work. Those are two things you have to have. They're principles in any business that if you want to be successful and have a long-term business, you have to have those things. So, okay, a little bit about me. I learned from a young age about working hard and also about how to create wealth. My dad, he was an immigrant from Germany to the US, came to the US when he was 14. And then with his mom and dad and a brother and sister, they had nothing. He didn't even speak English. And then his dad passed away a couple years later. So that's when he was only 16, and he grew up with a single mom the rest of his life. And he worked really hard. And that was something he passed down and taught to me is the importance of hard work. He always said, nothing is free, and you're going to have to work really hard if you want to be successful. And I remember when I was probably, I don't know, 8 years old, and it was a Saturday morning. You know, most kids on Saturday, they want to sleep in and wake up and watch cartoons. And he woke me up early to go mow lawns. He had some apartments, and so I had to go mow lawns. And as we were driving, he knew I wasn't happy. And he said, Troy, if you want to be rich, you have to figure out how to make money while you sleep. And I said, that sounds good. Take me home, Dad. I'm going to go to sleep and you go mow the lawns. And that didn't happen. Of course, we kept going. I still remember the place we were at. I drive by that place often. And I didn't get it at that time how to do that, but I didn't forget the lesson. And as I grew up, I figured out ways that really can happen. You can sleep and still make money. And after I went to university, I graduated with a degree in accounting. I never wanted to be an accountant because I thought that was boring, but I wanted the knowledge to someday own my own business. And after graduating, I started selling insurance and buying real estate, because those were ways I figured I could make money when I slept, right? I had real estate apartments. People rented them. They had to pay rent to me every month, whether I was asleep or awake. They were in the apartment sleeping. Pause. We're going now. It's Enzo's birthday.
Have you had breakfast?
Enzo, look at all these people. Happy birthday, Enzo. Happy birthday. It's your, come here, look at this. Did you see all your
Happy birthday, Enzo.
look at Tao. There's Tao. Remember Tao? Say hi, Tao. Look at all the people. They're around the world. It's Enzo's birthday.
In Vietnam and India. Happy
Vietnam.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Enzo.
Thank you.
Yeah, handsome.
Look at you. Let's go, Sis. Happy birthday. Okay, go get ready. Okay, Enzo's birthday. We had to tell him happy birthday. I love you, Enzo. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Enzo is 13 today. So, okay. See how amazing is this business, right? Most people, they have to go to work, right? They're at their office working, and they miss these opportunities to tell their kids happy birthday, right? When they go to school, they're not here. And this is the lifestyle that I wanted to create. I never wanted to miss a kid's birthday. I missed them when I was building New Skin in Vietnam. We'll talk about that. But I wanted to be there when they were older and when they were doing sports, right? I've been to all my kids' sports activities. I don't have to worry about asking for time off, right? I can do this because I want to. Okay, continue on. So I started selling insurance, and I was buying real estate, right? Figuring out how to make money when I slept. The thing that I didn't learn is how to create leverage and how to look for great business opportunities. I was an employee for the insurance company. The owner, he had leverage. He had me working for him. He had other employees. And after 10 years, when we were on it was a success trip for the insurance company, and he made a comment saying that I was expendable and kind of like that I didn't matter. And I thought, man, that's not okay, right? This guy doesn't value me. I need to do something else. Again, I had no ownership in the company. I was making good money, but it didn't matter to him if I was there or wasn't, in terms of I could be replaced. And if I died or quit, I had nothing. After 11 years of working for that company, that business, I had zero, right? There was really nothing for me. So I started looking for opportunities. I thought I was going to open my own insurance agency, and a friend called me about Nu Skin. And long story short, I told him no, that he's crazy. I don't do that. And then he called me back 8 months later, and he said, no, you got to look at this again. This is going to be incredible. You know, Nu Skin's going to Vietnam. He knew I spoke some Vietnamese, and you know, I didn't really know anybody in Vietnam. I didn't know anybody in Vietnam, but I had a friend, a Vietnamese friend here in America. And so as I looked into the business and did some research, and I encourage all of you to do that, right? If you're looking at any business, any financial opportunity, it's going to take some research on your time, you know, some due diligence is what we call it, right? To see if this is for you, to see if this is what I say it is. Don't just believe me. Don't just believe Tao, or don't just believe the person who invited you to this today. Trust them, right? That's why you're here, because you have trust. You respect that person. So thank you for trusting the person who invited you today. But see if, you know, do some research on your own to see if this is for you, or if this is real, right? You have to know that. And as I was going through my due diligence and looking into the company, right, I met with those two individuals, mentors of Tao's, right, that are mentors of mine now. Kenton, I met with him again for the second time. The first time, again, didn't go well for him because I told him he was full of it, and I didn't believe him. I was more humble and ready the second time, and I listened, and we spent time together. And then he introduced me to Nathan. And the thing that really caught me is when Nathan also was into real estate like I was, and he explained how the business of Nu Skin is different. He shared some 5 key points that I'll share with you, and how it's different than real estate, how this business is different. And when he explained the compensation plan and showed how you could make a lot of money, and he said, do you want to know the trick? Do you want to know the secret? And I said, yeah, I want to know the secret and the trick to this. And he said, it's hard work, and most people can't do it. It is really hard. And you know what? I loved it. I love that he said that, because again, going back to principles, that was a principle that my dad had taught me: hard work. If he would have said it's easy and anybody can do it, I don't know that I would have believed him. I don't know that I'd be here today. I probably would have walked out of his office and said, nah, that's not for me, because nothing worth value, nothing, you know, that you're going to feel proud about is easy. It's going to take some work, right? Whether it's getting in shape, right? Getting physically fit, that takes work at the gym, and it takes discipline to eat correctly. Or if it's building a great family or a great business, it takes work and discipline. And that's what Nathan said. It's hard work. So I respected that, and I trusted him when he said that, because it was, again, it aligned with something that my dad had taught me. It is hard work. I'm going to tell you guys right now, again, I'm going to repeat this. It's hard, right? But it's fun. It's a different work. Doing this business, it's different than anything you've ever done. And if you, again, have no experience doing this, you can do it because of the team that we have, the system that we have. Doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter, you know, what you've done in the past, you can do this. All of you can do it. I know all of you are not going to do it, and that's okay too. But know from the start that it's hard. It's going to take work, right? And it's going to take years of work. It's not fast. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're going to have to put in time, energy, effort, and make sacrifices. And your sacrifices will be different than the ones I made. You know, but they're all worthy, the sacrifices you will make. When I started, like Tao said, I had to fly, right? I flew to Vietnam a lot. I spent a lot of money, invested a lot in myself and in the business I was building there in my Nu Skin business, because we didn't have Zoom. We couldn't just get on a call like this and talk to people around the world. This is this is really easy. It's really nice. Easy is not always better, right? Because my dad a lot of times said, "Easy come, easy go." Meaning, if it's easy to start, it's easy to end. And so, if you put, uh, when you put money and time and energy and effort into something, you a lot of times are more committed and don't leave as easily. So this may be kind of bad that this is easy right now to be on Zoom, and you didn't have to get on a plane and sacrifice some money and some time to come and see me here in the US. I would encourage you to do that sometime. Come see the company here. I live 45 minutes away from the company. Come check it out. Tao did that. She made sacrifices. She had a young baby at the time and flew many hours over to Hungary to check out an event, right? I think that's one of the reasons she's here, because she made those sacrifices early on and realized how great this business is. So you just know there'll be sacrifices that that you should make, you're going to have to make to really do this like Tao has done it on a big scale. That was the other thing I'm going to correct. She said she became one of the best leaders in Vietnam. No, not just Vietnam, in the world. She's one of the best, like in the whole company in the world. So that was the second thing I had to correct, right? First, it's not her show. It's her show. And second, she's one of the greatest in the company. She's amazing. So she made sacrifices, and you will too. I did that for years before the Vietnam market opened. I traveled. I would be in Vietnam 2 or 3 weeks, and I'd come home for a couple weeks, and then I'd go back for maybe a month, and I'd come home for a month, and just back and forth, from the United States to Vietnam, trying to meet people, talking to thousands of people, trying to, start this business. And then I moved there with my family, right? My wife, she's not Vietnamese, doesn't speak any Vietnamese, huge sacrifice for her. Our kids at the time, Enzo, who you just met, he was like 6 months old is all. And my other son, Dre, he was a year and a half old. So we moved there, not again, to do this. Am I saying you need to move somewhere? No, you don't need to. But so am I saying you should travel somewhere and put some sacrifice into it? Yes, you should, because it will build on your confidence in yourself and in the business. So why Nu Skin? Why Nu Skin over selling insurance or real estate? It's two things I still really like. I don't sell insurance anymore. Once I left that business, I'm not selling insurance, but I like it. I really had fun when I sold insurance. It was a great, it was just a job because I didn't own the business, but if I'd owned the company, it would have been a great business to have. I could have had a great lifestyle. I could have had a good lifestyle doing it, not like Nu Skin's lifestyle, but it would have been good. Real estate, I still love it. I still have real estate. I still, look at real estate, invest in real estate, but why is Nu Skin better? One of the things that Nathan shared, he said he has a lot of real estate. He said, if you have an apartment complex, let's say here in Utah, in Salt Lake City, Utah, and you have, let's say it's 50 units. Well, that 50 units, no matter what you do, will always remain 50 units. It can't grow, right? You can water it, you can talk to it, whatever you do, but it'll just remain 50 units. With Nu Skin, that 50, he said Nu Skin's like having 50 units, but you can grow it, and you can have 50 units in Salt Lake City, and then you can expand that into a different state or a different country, right? And it can grow around the world by you putting effort into it. And so that was really unique, right? Like that, the leverage of the business, it can grow. And I like that. That made sense to me, right? So that was a point that he made, that how this business is different. He talked about 5 key things that we need, right? In any business opportunity that we're looking at, not just Nu Skin. If you're considering, you may be looking at multiple companies in our industry right now. You may be looking at other businesses to invest in or put your time and effort into. And why Nu Skin, or why this opportunity over something else? And these are, you have to think about these 5 things. First, the trends, right? Where are the trends? Are our friends? Where are the trends in the economy? Because if you are in front of a trend, there's a lot of opportunity to make money for many years, right? Trends over fads. Fads come and go. They're quick, right? And you can make money if you're at the right place at the right time in front of a fad. You can make money really quick, but then it's going to go away. Where a trend is much longer. So what are the trends in the economy? What do we look at? Well, health and wellness. It's a trend, right? Everybody wants to look better, feel better, look younger, and continue that no matter how old you are. Whether you're 20 or 40 or 60 or 80, you are concerned about your health and how you look. And I would say this trend has even become bigger with social media. It's not a fad, but it's had fad-like qualities in terms of how fast it can grow, right? So this is like I would say even a super trend because of social media and the fad qualities that have become apparent now with social media. So we are in front of the largest trend. It's not going anywhere, right? This trend of health and wellness and beauty isn't going anywhere. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and we are right in front of that trend, maybe in the middle, because that's what Nu Skin is focused on. We also have the next thing would be technologies and exclusivity in the marketplace. It's great if you can identify a trend, but if you can't meet the needs of that trend, it doesn't matter. And if you have a product that everybody else has, then who cares, right? If you don't have exclusivity, there's only 2 ways you can compete, which would be price and service. If you're exclusive, then price doesn't matter, right? If you have something nobody else has, then we're not competing on price and service. It just doesn't, it won't matter. The new iPhone, right? iPhone 16 is coming out Friday, right? Did you get your pre-order in? Right? That's an exclusive technology to Apple. I actually went, Chris, did Enzo leave? I think Enzo just left. Okay, so my son, we don't get them phones, electronics until they go to 7th grade, and he's now in 7th grade. He's 13. That's when we say, okay, you can have a phone, and he wants a phone so bad today. And I'm saying, you're not getting a phone. And he said, it's not fair. Dre got one at this age, and so but I am getting one. So I went yesterday to the phone store. And I said, what phone deals do you have? I know they're not here in the US, right? They give away phones, right? When you sign up for a plan, they give you a free phone. So I said, my family, we all use iPhones. We're Apple. We have Apple products. So I said, what deals do you have on the Apple? I said, how about a new iPhone 16 for free? And he laughed. He said, yeah, right. I said, how about an older iPhone? Is there one, I know you guys do deals. Can you just give me a phone? He said, I can give you an Android. He's like, I got all kinds of Android phones. They're free. Well, you want a Google phone, a T-Mobile phone, or this phone, Android, it's free. But iPhone, no, it's not free. You have to pay. So why am I willing to pay so much money, right, for a phone, for an Apple product, where I could get a good phone, like a Samsung? I could get a great Samsung phone, Android phone for free, but I have to pay for Apple. Well, it's the exclusive technology, right? They're not competing on price or service. Apple does have good service. You got to have good service to stay in business, but it didn't matter, right? So now I got to go back today and pay for a phone, right, for Enzo, where I could get a free one if it was just an Android. Exclusive technology, right? Nu Skin has exclusivity in the marketplace, exclusive technologies in health and wellness, in their beauty products and in their health supplements. Exclusive technology, not just products, but the technologies that make it really special. The third thing in their product, if you want a long-term durable business that creates that residual income, creates the money, the income that you can go to sleep and still make money, your products need to be consumable, right? If it's just a one-time sell, there's a lot of businesses, opportunities that you can make really good income, a lot of money one time, right? You got to think about selling cars, right? If you're a car salesman, you can make good money, but how often do we purchase vehicles? Well, some of us buy vehicles more than others, but usually that's you buy a car every, I don't know what it is, 5 years, 10 years, even if it's only one, even if you're buying a lot of cars once a year, right? Compare that to the gasoline, right? The petrol store, where they're not advertising, they're not competing really on price or service, because you have to run your motorbike or your car, you have to fill it with gas, right? And so people are there every day, right? If you go to look at a car dealership, there's not people constantly there all throughout the day. Or at a gas station, people are there all throughout the day filling their vehicles with fuel, right? That's consumable. You use it, you got to come back. And so if you have consumable products where every day people are using them and every month they have to repurchase them, that's a great business, right? When I sold insurance, it was kind of that way again, creating that money where you can go to sleep and still make income. Not as consumable. It was a yearly or 6 months people had to repurchase insurance, but with our products, Nu Skin products, right? We're using them every day. I'm buying Nu Skin products every month, sometimes multiple times a month, because again, they work, and we see the results. I didn't tell you this, but tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 87 years old tomorrow. I'm kidding. I'm not 87. I'm 47. So almost 48 in January. So the products work. Look at Tao. If you looked at Tao, and many of you I see on the Zoom call, I see others, right? Fung Tao and Huiyan and others, and not buying, you look at him, and they were not as good looking as they are now. Tao was kind of ugly when we met her. I'm kidding. She wasn't. She was beautiful then, but looks even younger now. And I see all of you guys, right? I see your pictures you post on Facebook, right? The before and afters, and they look better 5 and 10 years later, right? That's incredible. Our products work, and why, and we're using them all the time. So what a great business. You need to be looking at that if you're looking at business opportunities, consumable products. The next is, who are you working with, right? Look at the partnerships you're involved with, because none of us do this on our own. And we have a few partnerships here with this opportunity. First, I would say the partnership is whoever invited you to this meeting, right? Do you like them? I'm guessing you do, because you're here on this call. So how amazing that you're going to be able to work with a friend, right? Or maybe even it was just a stranger that invited you to this, and you get to know them better. You're going to be able to develop powerful partnerships with many people, right? The team that we have, that's important, right? If you're looking at other opportunities in this space, right, in this same field of direct sales, look at the people who are here, like on the call, like, because you want to surround yourself with great people, right? You are going to become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So who are those people, right? Are they successful? My mom, she has been involved in many companies, direct sell companies like Nu Skin, right? She has never made any money. She was not very happy when I joined Nu Skin. I think she cried, and she was almost disappointed. Oh, I can't believe you're doing that. My company is so much better. It's great. And I said, Mom, your company they do have good products, right? They're great products. But I said, you've never made any money. Like, how are you going to teach me to be successful in network marketing and direct sales when you've never made money, right? I am linked up with powerful partners, right, in the team I'm involved with some of the top leaders in not just Nu Skin, but in the industry, right? With Kenton and Nathan. These guys are successful businessmen. These guys are real businessmen. They know how to make money. That's why I'm joining, right? Well, one of the reasons, not just because of that, I said, it doesn't matter how good your products are if the business opportunity isn't there. I'm doing this for the business opportunity. And I started just because I saw, that these guys were successful. They were making lots of money. I didn't know anything about the products. I didn't care at the start, right? I just said, oh, I see this opportunity, so I started. And you know, later on, I learned about the products and how important the product, having good products are, right? Because at first, when we were coming, it was just business, 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 business opportunity. You can make lots of money. This is great. But as I learned, you know, the products are so important, and we have great products. So my mom was, you know, well, just come do it with us, and she didn't make any money, right? The partnership to teach me how to make money was not there. So you look around who you're going to be involved with. We have uh, a great team. You have great support, and the person who invited you to this meeting, right? They're involved with some of the top leaders of the company, and we have a system. You know, System 7. You'll hear more about that if you decide to do this with us. It's so important to have. You know, again, you may have no experience in this industry. How are you going to learn it? How are you going to be successful? Well, you got to have a system. You have to show you how to do this. And if it's simple that that anybody can do, the opportunity is even larger and greater. So the partnership with, again, within the team and then with the company, right? Look at the company that you're getting involved with. A lot of people say, you know, they're looking for that startup, that new company, because they think that's where the best opportunity is. But that is not true. That's where the most risky opportunity, if there is an opportunity, right? The riskiest time is at the start, the startup, right? The startup company, because there's no track record. You know, most companies do not make it. Most companies are bankrupt within the first 5 years. And so, you know, if that's not the best place to be. You know, you look at Nu Skin. They've been around almost 40 years. They have a great track record, right? They've never missed payments to their distributors, right? They've paid their commissions on time. Um, they're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, right? They have a great track record, and they are not going anywhere. This is not a startup where you're hoping they make it, right? They have millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars in the bank that they can invest in new companies, and that's what they do, right? They are growing, and they are changing with the times, right? And with you know, the new opportunities in new countries. Every country is a little different that they go into. You know, they're spending a lot of money to go into India and open these new markets, right? A new company does not have those resources, which Nu Skin has, right? To do things correctly, you know, with the government, and to make sure we have not just opportunity for a few years, but long term, right? You don't want to do something. You don't want to put a ton of time and energy and effort into a company or into, you know, a potential business, and then all of a sudden they go bankrupt, or they say, oh man, we really weren't prepared to open that market. That's one thing Nu Skin will do. They will be prepared. There will be problems. There always are, right? It just happens, right? We can't control everything, but they'll be as prepared as they can be when they open India, and the opportunity will be there for many, many years. When we were first doing, you know, when Nu Skin finally opened in Vietnam after, you know, a few years of us preparing, there's people on this call. I'm not going to call them out, but Feng Tao's mom, Chi Feng, she would say, "Why? Look at these other people. They're going so much faster. They you know, we need to do things different." And I said, "No, just trust what we're doing. Trust the process. Trust the system. Trust System 7. We know what we're doing. This is not our first time, right? It was my first time in opening a new market, but again, I was linked with powerful partners and with Kenton, who has done it multiple times, open new markets. He knew what he was doing. He knew System 7, one of the founders and creators of it. He knew it worked, right? It had been applied multiple times. So again, when the new market opens, when India opens, we know System 7 works, right? It's based on principles. It may look like we're going slower than other people, but I always said slow but firm. In Vietnamese, chậm nhưng chắc, right? Chậm nhưng chắc. In English, it's just slow, but for sure, it's going to be a good foundation. We're doing it slower, but long term. And that's what's happened, right? A lot of those people, I'd say most, if not all of those, you know, new distributors who seemed like they were going faster than we were at that time, they're not even here anymore, right? They've left. they're chasing something else because they weren't doing it correctly. They weren't building a long-term durable asset, which is what we have built, you know, long-term durable asset here for many people. So the partnership with Nu Skin, right? That's how they do it. It may take, you know, the market may get delayed in opening. It did in Vietnam. They delayed it, but it turned out better that they delayed it. We had more time to prepare. So just know that, like going in right now, you may think, oh, India is going to be opening, you know, in the next 12 months. It may be, you know, it could be 12 months, could be 18 months, could be, you know, they said 2025, so it could be the end of 25. You know, could take longer, but they're going to make sure it's right, that it's done right, and that's for all of us. So again, look at those powerful partnerships. You're the team and the company. You know, if you're looking at other opportunities, other companies, compare those with what we have here at Nu Skin. And I don't think there is a comparison. This is an amazing team. The company is amazing. So then you're going to say, okay, if I put all this, you know, a lot of effort into something, how am I going to be compensated, right? It has to be compelling. It has to be something that it's worth your time, energy, and effort, right? We all have the same amount of time in a day. Where are we going to put that time, and is it going to be worthy of our effort? And, you know, as you look into the compensation plan, it's the best in the industry. Again, Nu Skin's never missed a payment to their distributors. It is very compelling, and you can get more information on this from at a different time, where we can talk about that with you, or the person who invited you can talk about that with you. It's a compelling compensation plan. So as you look at those 5 things, right? That's what I was told by Nathan. He said, you know, these 5 principles really of business make this opportunity better than what you're doing, better than what you are doing in insurance, and better than your real estate holdings. And I have found that to be true, right? The opportunity is massive. The opportunity with Vietnam, right? Because that's when I started. I looked at Vietnam, and there was about 100 million people there. The economy was growing, and I thought, man, there is a huge opportunity. You know, taking these 5 principles, these 5 keys that Nu Skin has, and applying them there in Vietnam will be massive. So now look at India, right? I know we're talking about India. How does India compare to Vietnam? Well, about 1.5 billion people compared to 100 million. So a little bit bigger, right? Just a little. So massive opportunity with the size of the population. You know, 5th largest economy in the world, right? I don't know where Vietnam is, way down on the list compared to India. The population's young. I think they are hungry. They're willing to work hard. And here is a great opportunity that we have to bring to them when that time is right. So the opportunity's there, like that. There's no debate for that, right? India will be massive, be bigger than Vietnam, and there's still huge potential there in Vietnam, right? Like we've barely scratched the surface. You know, Nu Skin in Vietnam is going to grow. Nu Skin in America is growing, and Nu Skin in other countries around the world there's still opportunity, right? Lots of opportunity, and there'll be massive opportunity when India opens. So the reason I bring up the opportunity in other countries is because that's how you can start now, right? India is not open. We can't do anything there in the country. We can do what we're doing now, talk about it, meet with people. We can get more detail on how to start on other calls, other meetings, right? But right now, you need to know you can start doing things, right? And start building your business for when the market does open, right? Don't wait and think, oh, and there will be people on this call that will wait till it opens, and that's okay. There'll be plenty of opportunity, you know, when the market opens, and a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you know, 20 years later, lots of opportunity. But right now, for some of you who have the vision, who saw what Tao did 12 years ago, right, is a great time to start preparing and building your teams, right? You can build them around the world. So when India does open, you're ready to really take full advantage of what's going to happen when they do open the market, right? Not all opportunities are created equal. And this is an opportunity that, you know, comes around maybe once in a lifetime, right? The market will only open one time. and the opportunity is massive there. Then you're gonna have to put in some time, effort, energy, a lot of hard work, right? Between now and whenever that opens. But for those of you that will choose to do it with us, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lots of work, but it will be a lot of fun. Not always fun. You know, there's gonna be some tears, right? I'm sure Tao's cried. Lots of you on this call have cried because it's hard, but ultimately it's so great. And the things that you can create for you and your family are amazing. And I think our time's about up. We have a couple people who are going to share with us their experience from them building their business for the past years. These individuals, they're amazing. We're going to turn it back over to Tao. I would love to answer questions sometime. I'm, again, grateful for your time that you spent here. We can set up other times to talk. Contact the person who invited you. We can get into more details. I just wanted to give a little high level of why this opportunity is so great. Again, I see this. I'm excited about it. I see, Vietnam was massive, and you see the people who are on this call. There's a lot of great people here, and there's going to be a lot of great people we meet throughout the next months that will participate in the opening of India. And we'll create some great memories. And you guys, I just want you to know you can do this, right? All of you can do it. You have great support. We have the system, we have the team, and the company behind us is here. So, Tao, I turn it back over to you, and you're going to introduce our three. What do we call these guys? These guys. This is really why we're here. We're here for Tao and Ngọc Anh and Thuy Anh and Phương Thao. We're here. I'm here to hear from them. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, and Troy. I think we got a lot of valuable information tonight from Troy. And as you mentioned, I hope everyone remember what you share. Can you write down what you learned from Troy about the trend, about the exclusive technology, about the powerful partner, and also about the system, proven system globally? Also about the compensation plan, and now for India. So I just saw some friends here. They asked if we have any friends in India. I think we have one team global around the world. And that is founding by Nathan Risk. And Troy will also learn from him a lot. For many years, I did the same thing, learning from him. And we are so proud by having OTGV around the world, organized and founded by Nathan. So we will have the community and one team global in India soon. So you can together learn the system and also support with other like we did around the countries, like what Troy share. So anyone, you have the questions for Troy, can you write down? But I learned from him is not the short term of the deal. We build the long-term business. That's why we build it with integrity. And I learned it from Troy, Kenton, and Nathan for many years, how we build it for sustainable business for our family for many generations later. So if you have any question, can you write it down in the comment that we can add on Troy, or we can learn from him later. You can register via your friends, like you want to learn about the system. So we will have Troy support to take the system 7, like he did take us when we prepare opening the market. And I think that is the key. So many people open the market, but not successful for a long time. And we did it until now, 12 years, and so happy. We have not just only successful in Vietnam, but we build a team organization worldwide. That is the system 7. For me, that is the key, because we build the principle and build people, and also we learn from the founder how to build the organization worldwide sustainably. If you register to your friends, we will ask for Troy again to train you the global system 7 later. I hope and Troy will agree for that. But yeah, if you tie one on one or you ask for that, you can tie it down, and Troy will support it later. It's really important. I learned it from him at the day one. Yes. Okay. Thank you, and Troy. So I think that is it. That is more than enough for today, because we would love to meet you again many times, not just this time. For me, the secret to build the organization when I prepare for opening Vietnam is I keep learning the key points. What makes Nu Skin different from the others? That maybe you already know, and Troy also mentioned. When I work for Indochina Capital, I sold each unit is $2 million US, but it's not the loyalty customer. I sold one time, and I have to find the new one, the new customer. It's a really different. Here we build the loyalty customer worldwide, and we build the whole organization in many countries. And with the platform of Nu Skin, they keep it for us, right? So that's why we need to meet Troy again and again and again with our new team, new member next time, so they can learn about the opportunity and also learn from him how to build a strong, powerful organization. Even you are not here in Vietnam for many years already, and Troy, he already retired. So we need to learn from him. Okay, thank you, Troy. I think that is enough right now. We have some more minutes that you would love to learn from our leaders. And I would love to invite Phương Thảo, because she have her mom, and her mom is one of my first distributor in Nu Skin, and her mom joined Nu Skin when she was 61 years old. So Phương Thảo, we share a little bit her background and what you saw from this, because she's now lecturer in the university, and she graduated master from US, coming back to Vietnam and serve. So can you share in some minutes to our friends, instead of your mom, what you saw from the opportunity to open the new market, please, Thảo?
Yeah, thank you, chị Thảo. I enjoy a lot for your sharing. Really appreciate what Troy and his family already done for Vietnam market. Thank you a lot. And I'm Lê Phương Thảo. I'm 44 years old already. And I have several years experience in audit industry. I got my MBA in US and back to Vietnam, became a lecturer at an international university. And I joined Nu Skin is almost 10 years. After 3 years, reject my mom invitation. Like Miss Thảo said, that my mom is one of the first person join Nu Skin to open Vietnam market, because at that time she trusts her friend is Miss Thảo. Her trust the invitation, and she see the vision with Nu Skin, and she see the great opportunity when opening a market at that time, and she joins at her secret one. And up to now, after 12 years, she already retired. But now I join Nu Skin and continue build up a powerful team, right? And after what happened after 3 year rejection, right? Now I'm here for almost 10 years after 3 year reject, because I don't care about opportunity business at that time. But what I see is my mom wonderful journey with Nu Skin. 3 years she traveled around the world with Nu Skin and meet many people, and especially how she changed. Like Troy said that, mentioned that everybody changed. Miss Thảo, like chị Thảo changed a lot after 12 years, and my mom the same, right? She's not only her health, her energy, but I see how she loved Nu Skin. She loved Nu Skin a lot, and she shared with me about the Nu Skin opportunity, about business, and I see how she can earn the money with this opportunity, with a powerful team. And at that time, I asked my question, do I love that her lifestyle? Do the business around the world and travel around the world. At her now she's over 70 already. And I say, yeah, I want it. And I joined Nu Skin. And I think the secret to be success in this business, like anh Choi and Miss Thao say, I have no experience in this industry. I'm a lecturer, an auditor, and my mom, she have experience in insurance industry and real estate industry, and she joined Nu Skin at her 60. So how we can become successful and build a powerful organization, not only in Vietnam. The secret is System 7. Yeah, it's simple for my mom at her age can learn and simply follow. And the same for me. I'm not good at like do something new. I'm an auditor and lecturer, and I'm really good at follow something. And luckily, we have System 7, and it's what we done for 12 years. And we can learn, we can follow, and we can take other people, not only in Vietnam, around the world, follows the System 7. And thank you, Nathan, Canton, and Troy, and anh chị Thảo. Okay. We have the mentor always go with us. Okay. And also the OTG communication. I'm not work alone. Okay. We have around with other people, the community to support us. So it's the reason why I and my mom can get the good result with this opportunity. And now we're waiting. I'm sorry. We're waiting almost 12 years, okay, to have another opportunity to open a new market, right? 12 years to open a new market. Vietnam is still the youngest market, and then next year will be the India. And we are so excited about the opportunity because we already see how the great opportunity we can get when we join at the beginning, when we open a market. And thank you so much. We turn back to you, chị Thảo.
Wonderful, wonderful. She remind me the day when I learned about the opportunity. I know for sure that is great opportunity, but I didn't know whether I can do it. And when I fly to Eastern Europe and meet with Canton, and he told me about the System 7, taught me about that. And after that, I got learning it directly from Troy in Vietnam. So I know for sure I can do it. I can practice the system and become the master. So if you don't have any experience in this industry or in wellness, in beauty, you can learn it, practicing global system. And that is the key, I agree. Thank you, Thao. And we go to another young leaders, Thúy Anh, I don't know where she is right now. She represents for very young leader who, the global citizen. She now just moved to Canada for some months and living around with her lifestyle, but still doing the Nu Skin really well. Her team right now, not just only in Vietnam, but around the world. Thúy Anh, can you share with us? It's different from our time, and Troy and us, we have to move and see people. Right now, you don't need to do that. Can you appear in the camera and share a little bit about?
Yeah. Good morning. I've been here the whole time. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? I want to say hi from Montreal, Canada. Have you ever been to Montreal, Canada? Do you know the city? Can you drop some comments? We would like to say hi and greetings to each other. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you so much. Anh chị Thảo and Troy, chị Phương Thảo, you are my mentors. You are my role models. You are my brothers and sisters. You are my senior friends. We're so close to each other. We do business with each other. We connect with each other in real life, and we are having like a greatest business together and greatest life together as friends and families. And I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for giving me the chance to share some of my experiences representing millennials and young generation in this call, right? So as I say, hi everyone. I'm in Montreal, Canada right now, and I'm sitting in my car right now in front of my son's school. I'm trying to be as professional as possible. You think that I'm looking professional today? Because when I heard Anh Troy saying earlier about being professional today is much different from before, and the image that Anh Troy showed us about being present in business when he talked to us, while he can still cheer for his son's birthday when he just wake up in the morning before going to school, is the representative of having both lives, beautiful lives at the same time. And I think about myself, I think, oh yeah, I'm doing that right now as well, because I'm sitting in the car in front of my son's school, surrounded by a lot of policemen. You know why? Because today is the Terry Fox Run race in my school's son, and it's in the middle of the day. I'm still able to be here, be as professional as possible to talk to you, to share with you. And after I finish, I'll rush to the race to cheer up for my son. I can take off the vest and be a full-time mom and be present for my son. I don't need to choose between business, professional life, and personal life. Being a mom, like being so present for my son and always be here for him. I just saw him passing by me. So that's the privilege, and that's the power that Nu Skin business empower me, gave me the chance to have best of both worlds. And I'm so grateful for that. Being a 9-to-5 global professional for more than 10 years before, I worked in different countries. I worked in Vietnam, I worked in Singapore. I traveled to so many countries in the world as marketing expert, working for multinational corporation. I really appreciate, and I was so grateful for what I had in corporate time. But right now, when I have my family, I have my son, I have different priority. I chose different path, and the life that I have right now after 4 years being with Nu Skin, being with this business, I am grateful more than ever. And I just want to share that with you to inspire you that if you want to have the life like Anh Chị Thảo, like Anh Troy, like chị Phương Thảo, it depends on your decision today. Represent the young generation, millennials, Gen Z. So our definition of happiness and of success is so different today. Our awareness of having life freedom and our demand of owning our life, not working 9-to-5 for the whole life, be in control, have the flexibility. So we built up that awareness and that demand very early. So now, if you start thinking about not working 9-to-5 for good, if you start thinking about build up and try to diversify your income as soon as possible, now it is the time, because Nu Skin's opportunity crossing digital era, as we are living in digital era like today, this is the exact right time for us to start building up something. And especially now when we open India market, you look at Anh Troy and Anh Chị Thảo today, they were the volunteer, like the pioneer in Vietnam market like 10 years ago, and what lifestyle that they are having today. So if we want to have that life in coming years, this is the exact right time for us to start building up India market. And we don't need to fly to Vietnam like in Troy flying to Vietnam 10 years ago. We don't need to fly to India. I stay in my car, I stay in my home, next to my son, right in my bedroom, right in my living room, right in front of my school son. With online platforms and digital platforms, we can start doing that and be the pioneer. So that's what I want to share with you today. Now I'm rushing to my son's school. Thank you so much for letting me have the opportunity to share. Thank you, Chị Thảo. Bye, everyone.
I love it. A lot of Q energy by Thúy Anh. Thank you for your sharing, Thúy Anh. And now you can join the Terry Fox Run with MJ, huh? Thank you. So we almost finished, but before we end the meeting, we have a man. He is very special to me. Tried to reject me for many times. But because he know that I'm very committed to build the the good thing for family, that's why he surrendered by me, and now he's one of the top committed leaders in the country. He also responsible for the market, not just only Vietnam but Southeast Asia. Have a many strategy meeting in Southeast Asia, Pacific, and also in US. I really appreciate his time as a husband, as a father, and how he loved and committed to build a family with me. And he also have a 10-year committed after Petronas. He's a one, not like the other. He doesn't want to talk a lot. But today, I would love him to share with you a little bit, and then how he feels excited about opening the market, what I'm tried it before. But I know all of us here, over 150 people here, and including our Indian friends. I would love to God, like you will be blessed to open the market successfully and be part of this as a pioneer, like Thuy said, and live the life that you love, like what we did. So please welcome Anh Ngọc Anh, and I'd like you to end the meeting because we're sitting at the same table. So thank you.
Okay. I don't know where I am. I hope
See that?
people can see me. Where my picture?
You see yourself?
We can see you. We can see you and hear you, Ngọc Anh. You're looking great.
Okay.
You know where you are, right?
I don't know where I am.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Actually, you just talk. It's okay. You just the intro right now.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Just talk. You're handsome.
Don't worry. No matter. Thank you so much. Hope you can hear me well. Yes. Good evening, all the people here on the Zoom. Until the last minute, I think who is commit, who will win the market. Less people here compared with the beginning. So that's who is commit here. That will be the champion, will be the leader in the new market, India market. So I introduce a little bit about myself. That's my name is Anh Phạm. I have a long time with oil and gas industry, and my function is strategy and planning. But I know that corporate life cannot make me rich, so that's why I'm looking for something else different. I want to do my own business, but I don't have experience. I don't have much money to invest, so that's why I try to find something. But when I new skin, I'm the one to anti new skin. I didn't like it. But I warning you that's who didn't like it, who anti network marketing, who is more commit with network marketing later on. When after 12 years we together with network marketing with new skin, I realized that I cannot become the millionaire with corporate life. And I realized that new skin is good company because you know that somebody already shared with you like Thuy Anh and Phương Thảo. Now Thuy Anh is become the global citizen. So that's more people want freedom. But for me, the corporate life is never freedom. So that's why new skin can bring you freedom. And now after 12 years, we feel freedom with our life. In the beginning, I don't know that new skin is what it is, but year by year, I realized that new skin is that the vehicle can bring us around the world can bring us to freedom. And we know that when does Troy and Troy come to Vietnam, and he the one to open Vietnam markets. He among the first one open the markets, and I'm the one to get the benefit that's because he looking for and he met us, and we lucky we met in beginning, so that's why we have the majority market share in Vietnam. That's lucky, and lucky we find some that's all the leader, all the friend, they are good people, quality people, and we together we build this market up. And you think that's now I see that more potential with the India market, and I see that India market is more 20 times compared with Vietnam market. And a lot of you know that we are here that successful with Nu Skin, but in Vietnam only 100 million people compared with the 1.4 billion people in India. So nearly 14 times in Vietnam. And I know that in India, the 400 million people is the middle class up above. So that's a huge market. And the company also estimate that after 5 or 10 years, they will reach the sale volume maybe the 1 billion. So how much market share we have if we are the one choice and open that market? So that is potential. And I realized that with Nu Skin, we have different compensation plan compared with another company. And I know that Nu Skin also guarantee that Nu Skin pay highest commission compared with another company to the leader. So that's the fair. So that's why after 12 years, we can have everything that's in my dream board. We have dream board and everything is after 12 years we already have. We have how we have our children in good school. We also have the green card in Europe. We have how in Europe. That's the thing we never made this in future before, but now it happened. So now is the time for whole people here in this Zoom. We can, the first one we can pioneer, we went the one pioneer in India market, and we can have the market share in India. I think if you just have 1% or 2%, that enough, you already freedom. So that's the call, that's the show for today. We just share for you all in the call. And I think that's go the detail. We will go further some meeting later on. And now today we just have the vision, the general information for the new market India. So that is my sharing to you all. So I hope you have the very interesting night today, very good call today. And I may say thank you to Troy and to all the people here in the Zoom, and see you next time. Okay, so may end the meeting today. Yes, see you all.
They say